Hey guys, it's the next day. I ended up taking a break, and the break lasted the whole rest of the day. I didn't get back to filming, so we're just gonna continue on. Okay. First of all, I better check the Monokuma file to see what exactly is going on. The victim was Chihiro Fujisaki. The time of death estimated to be around 2 a.m. The body was discovered in the girls' locker room on the second floor of the school. The cause of death was a blow to the head with a blunt object. She was killed instantly. That's all it says. Well, it's not like there's any point in complaining about it. No matter what, I gotta do what I gotta do. My nose is stopped up today. Monokuma file number 2 has been added to the treat bullets. Okay. Hey Makoto, do you have a second? Huh? Did you need something from me?
Naturally.
Of course. Life without purpose is quite dull, you know. So what did you need? I'm going to let you cooperate with me during my investigation. Why? Huh?
What?
I'm purchasing your talent. The same talent which allowed you to solve Sayaka's case. Solve? No, I just...
Stop talking.
You seem to have some limited use, which is why I've chosen you. You have the honor of contributing to my investigation. So you're inviting me to come with you? You're doing it in the most arrogant and possible way, though.
Let's go.
Now then, shall we get started? But... we need to get moving. There's no time to be standing around. Okay, I don't really know what just happened. But it looks like we'll be working with the Byakuya on this one. Okay. Can I look at stuff, or do I have to talk to him? Oh, okay. Okay, dude, I can start investigating. Okay, there's the dumbbell. There's a dumbbell on the floor, and there's bloodstain. Bloodstain on the dumbbell, which means this was probably the murder weapon. The Monokuma file said a blow to the head with a blunt object is what killed her. Does that mean this dumbbell was actually the murder weapon?
That's right.
Oh, that was me. Same thing. I don't imagine it could have been anything else. Okay. I need to blow my nose. I was hoping you could. I can feel the life draining out of my own body. It's a dead body. Chihiro's dead body.
Very strange.
But the more I look, the more strange it all seems. This must be 𝒂𝒐 handiwork. Well, but...
What?
But we're still not sure he did it. Is that what you want to say? I wonder about that. What else do I look at? Alright, let's talk to the people that are in here. Dude, this has a real complex about... Dude had a real complex about being weak. You heard Chihiro talk about it, right? All I need to do is get stronger. Yeah, I do remember she said that more than once. Sure did, which is... I guess it explains the trip down here. But did she really need to get stronger that badly? You already mentioned it, but she was a girl after all. Most girls aren't that strong. I don't know, man. Haven't really thought about that stuff. Cause of Chihiro's complex. I can't help wondering what it might be. Mondo's account has been added to the truth bullets of your section. I use this locker room all the time. Now it's become the site of Chihiro's death. But why was she killed in the locker room? Actually, if you think about it, she could have been killed somewhere else and carried here. She was very light, that is true. It wouldn't be hard for someone to carry her, but still.
Well.
I think she came in here on her own, by choice. What makes you say that? She'd been talking a lot lately about how she wanted to get stronger. So you're saying she came in here to exercise? But according to the Monokuma file, apparently she was killed around 2 in the morning. Would she have been exercising that late?
Perhaps.
Hina and myself are usually in the locker room during the day, so she probably was avoiding it then. Avoiding it? Although we invited her to join us more than once, she never showed up. So I can only assume she was trying to avoid us. And instead she came to exercise in the middle of the night?
However,
I guess that makes sense. Perhaps. But it's difficult for me to imagine she would have come alone. She did want to start exercising, but she specifically mentioned she couldn't do it by herself. She needed support from others. So you're saying she could have come in here in the middle of the night to train in secret, but that she would also have come with someone else? It's a possibility, I think. Okay, so we think that Chihiro might have come in here with someone to train, but we need to figure out who it was. Now I believe it's time for us to move on. Huh? Already?
What?
New clues won't magically appear by standing around here. We need to check every aspect of this case. That's true, but
Let's go.
if you're satisfied, let's hurry up and proceed. He's so pushy. I got caught up with the wrong person this time. No, I wanted to talk to Kirigiri. I'm not ready to move on yet. What the heck? So, this is our next location. This place is related to the investigation. Figure it out for yourself. It's no fun if you don't, right? Well, is he saying that it had to be a girl because she's in the girls' locker room? Maybe the gun was used to... No. Impossible. If that were true, Chihiro would be riddled with holes. That's not even the scene of the crime, idiot. Well, I'm just trying to look at the door. If I remember right, this card reader is meant to work with our handbooks, right?
What?
Do you have an issue with it? If so, you should take it up with Monokuma. He said that, then quickly and sharply clapped his hands together.
Did you call for me?
You called for me? Has he been domesticated?
That's right.
It seems that Makoto has a question for you.
You need something?
Sure, what's up? Well, it's just about the card reader. Yep, the card readers have all been designed to interface with each of your handbooks. You can only enter the locker room corresponding to the gender listed in your individual handbook. And it's impossible for 2 people in a row to go through while the door is unlocked, correct?
Unbelievable.
If there were some sort of erotic terrorists on the prowl, the ceiling man Gatlick would need a Swiss cheese slaughter. And the school regulations prohibit anyone from lending their handbooks, correct?
Of course.
Correct. What about stealing them? That means only girls can go in the girls' locker room and only boys can go in the boys' locker room. In other words, Chihiro's body being found in the girls' locker room means... Hey Makoto, I can see right through you. See right through me? Allow me to tell you what you're thinking. Since Chihiro was found in the girls' locker room, the killer must have been able to get in there.
In other words,
As such, the killer must be the one of the girls. Did I get it right?
such ignorance.
Good lord, you're simple. But am I wrong? You should pay close attention to the regulations. The answer is right in front of you the entire time. Loaning your e-handbook to another student is strictly prohibited. Only the act of loaning a handbook is prohibited. Borrowing someone else's is perfectly fine. No! I would expect nothing less from the prodigal son of the noble Togami family. So you managed to sniff out the loophole in the regulations. Knowing you, I would bet that you created it on purpose, didn't you? To add a little more excitement to things. You're treating me like a puny little appetizer instead of the main course I am. Now then, since the dead can't actually talk, they're not people anymore. They're things.
Yep.
Get it? Got it? Good. Wait, hold on. You're saying that's a loophole, but in order to borrow something from someone, then that means someone would have to loan it, so, So sleepy. Just listening to you makes me want to pass out. Be more like Byakuya and get your poop together. Or else I'll start charging you with negligence. No more questions. Figure that stuff yourself. By yourself.
That's fine.
Well, I know you are unfortunately lacking in mental facilities, so I'll fill you in myself. They stole it, right? The main hall. That'll help you understand what's going on. card reader has been added to my troop boots. We came to the main hall. So, what are we looking for here? I guess that means I have to figure it out on my own. There's a mailbox here. Could there be something inside? E-handbook! There's 3 of them! What are they doing here? So you finally found them. Did you know these were here, 𝒑𝒂𝒄𝒆𝒔? I happened to find them by chance myself the other day. Seems that there's a system in place where the handbooks of dead students get delivered to this mailbox. So then these 3 handbooks belong to Junko, Leon, and Sayaka. You can go ahead and confirm it yourself. Oh, wait, so they took the handbooks of the dead students to get in there, I guess. I immediately turned on one of the handbooks, and as I did, Sayaka. You're right, this is Sayaka's handbook. Now do you understand? This is the key to the loophole that I revealed earlier. Yeah, I feel like I'm starting to get it. You should pay close attention to the regulations. Yeah, we read this. I see. Yeah, I understand now. Okay.
What?
Hold on a second. What's wrong?
Very strange.
That's strange. One of the handbooks won't turn on. It's broken? Whose is it? The other handbook showed Junko's name when I started it up. The other one that won't turn on must be Leon's. Oh, must be Leon's, right?
I see.
It would make sense, yes. After all, he did get pummeled with dozens and dozens of baseballs. Pummeled with baseballs. Oh, shoot. Memory of it came flooding back. That cruel punishment that led to Leon's death. The execution that the mastermind concocted. A cruel, heartless death. You're right, it wouldn't be surprising for the handbook to break during that kind of assault.
Damn it!
Hey, hey! Hey, 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 hey!
Angry! Now I'm really angry!
He's really angry. What? That e-handbook is essential to student life here! Crucial, integral, instrumental, a super big deal! There's no way it would break that easily! But it did.
That's
If
impossible!
I said it wouldn't break, it wouldn't freaking break! It can withstand up to 10 tons of pressure, and it's waterproof up to 100 meters, okay? I don't care how many baseballs you hit it with, it wouldn't do crap! Oh, but, even my amazing handbook does have one single weak point. It does?
I can't hear you!
But it's a secret! I wouldn't want you to go breaking any more handbooks!
What?
Then Leon must have broken it somehow without realizing that what its weakness was, right? Or the culprit broke it to throw us off. Hard to say. You know what I think? I think his handbook isn't actually broken.
What?
Oh. But you might ask, how could that be? His handbook's not actually broken. Maybe it's just dead. Do we have to charge them? What just happened? Monokuma said it's not broken, but it's an undeniable fact that it's not turning on.
That's fine.
Well, I don't see any connection to the case, so it doesn't matter for now. You think so? Either way, something still bothers me. Okay, it's broken. I wish it would tell us more about it, how it's broken, like if there's any cracks on it or anything. Okay then, this should be enough to get things rolling. Let's begin our investigation in earnest and track down the true culprit. Yeah, we need to figure out who killed Chihiro. To be exact, not quite. Huh? Not quite? What do you mean by that, 𝒑𝒂𝒄𝒆𝒔? To be exact, not quite. Certainly, I want to reveal Chihiro's killer, but more precisely, I want to discover the true identity of Genocide Jack. Then you truly believe Genocide Jack is the one that killed Chihiro?
Don't make me repeat myself.
Absolutely. I have no doubt that Genocide Jack is the culprit in this case. That murderous fiend is Genocide Jack, right?
What?
There's nobody else who could be. A murderous fiend who kills again and again using bizarre and brutal method. They're like a ghost, attacking suddenly, then slipping away before the police can catch up to them. And what nickname did the internet give this mysterious killer? Genocide Jack. I feel like he said that before. Like, those exact words. They say he's killed thousands of people, but that's gotta be an urban legend. Still, could one of us really be demented, psychotic, a demented psychotic killer like that? You're not wrong to wonder. But words mean little right now. I have something that will prove it, and I can show it to you. Okay.
Don't make me repeat myself.
I have a basis to believe that, I assure you. Genocide Jack is one of us. Is there really proof? There's something somewhere I'd like to take you. This provide all the evidence you need.
It's all clear.
Evidence that Genocide Jack is the one that killed Chihiro. Evidence. Does something like that really... Ah, hey, you two! Oh, I thought it was him again. Big trouble, need your help!
I don't have time to play with you.
We're busy, leave us alone.
I mean...
But it's an emergency! Emergency! Come on, please, you gotta help me! What is it?
Please!
This is a serious emergency! Please, please, you gotta help me! Just calm down, okay, Hina?
I mean...
Okay, but it's an emergency! An emergency? What happened?
Well...
Something's wrong with Toko. She's acting super strange. I mean, she was acting pretty strange earlier, right? What should we do, Byakuya?
Very strange.
Since it's Toko, I must admit, I'm intrigued. Well, I'm sure she would love to hear that. I suppose we could take a second to see what's going on with her. Are you sure?
Don't make me repeat
Don't make me
myself.
repeat myself. I didn't expect that. I thought for sure he'd just say no, but that'd be the end of it.
Yeah!
Okay, come on, hurry! Wait for us, Hina.
Let's go.
It looks like she's headed to the dorms. To Toko's room, most likely. You're right. Okay, let's go. Okay, what's been going on? You guys are too slow! I think you're just too fast. So what's the emergency?
So,
Well, after what happened in the girls' locker room, we left Toko in her room so she could lay down. After a while, she came back to check on her, and see how she was doing, but when we did, it was weird. She refused to come out and kept saying all this weird stuff. Weird stuff?
That's fine.
We should try talking to her ourselves. Yeah, good idea. Let's talk to him first. Let's see what he has to say. Hurry up and do it. Okay. I might as well give it a shot. Maybe I should have hung out with her a little bit more before this. The door swung open, slowly and silently. Oh. Uh-oh, is she okay? Oh, holy crap! An aura of negativity flowed out from behind the door, forcing a gasp out of me.
What? Oh, nothing. It's just that, Hina was really worried about you, holding yourself up in your room.
leave me alone.
Yeah, sure thing. But, could you open up, just for a second?
Won't allow it.
Huh?
Won't let Genocide Jack have control.
What does that mean? And just like that, she slammed the door in my face. What was that? She's been acting like this the whole time. When I rang a little while ago... I'll drive out the killer. Just drive out the murderous fiend. It doesn't make any sense, right? I was afraid to leave her there alone, so I tried to bust her door down her door, but it felt like something was holding it shut on the other side. I couldn't even budge it. Toko's scared enough to even bar her door. Does she think the same thing as Byakuya? Does she think the serial killer Genocide Jack really murdered Chihiro? Is that why Toko's so scared?
But...
Whatever it is, I'm really worried about her. There isn't anyone who might be able to isn't there anyone who might be able to persuade her? Hey, Byakuya, you think you could ask her to come out of her room, I mean.
That's fine.
Sure, whatever. You're gonna talk to her, Byakuya? Wow, I guess you can be nice if you want to. Don't trigger him where he won't do it. Byakuya stood in front of the door, not making a sound, and pressed the doorbell. After a few moments...
What do you want?
Leave me alone. You're all so annoying. Byakuya!
It's Byakuya.
I'm sorry. I couldn't keep our promise. But don't worry. Never again. I won't let 𝒂𝒐 have control ever again. With that, the door slammed shut. Even Byakuya couldn't pull it off. There's nothing else we can do. Let's go back to our investigation. Hold on! Hey, Byakuya, what was Toko talking about just now? Something about a promise?
What?
Oh, I have no idea. Another one of her delusions, I'm sure. But...
Stop talking.
If I say I don't know, that means I don't know. Just let Hina take care of her. Oh. Yeah, okay. I'll just stay here with her and keep an eye on her.
Let's go.
Well then, let's go. Without waiting for a reply, Byakuya sped away. But Byakuya! And I hurried up to catch up. My reading is so bad today, I can't. It's because my nose is stopped up. It's like distracting me. I tried to talk to him several times as we walked, but he didn't even look back to let alone say anything. He just kept on walking toward his destination. Finally, his feet brought him to a stop in front of a certain room. The library? Come on, let's go in. Okay, now what? Is the evidence that proves it was 𝒂𝒐 really in the library?
Don't make me repeat myself.
Don't make me say it again. Okay. If I remember, on the other side of this door, it's the archive, right? Hurry up and go inside. Oh, here?
Let's go.
He's trying to get me in the closet. It'll all make sense once you're inside. Ooh, it's messy in here. Whoa, there's so many books and files. So much dust, too.
So, in other words...
I would say there's enough value in this place to endure the dust. Ton of thick files. Give you a little warning. Graphic, disturbing photos from all sorts of crime scenes. It's the kind of thing a normal person would never want to look at. Be careful. Huh? What do you mean? Those files are investigation reports related to different cold cases. Those are internal documents for police eyes only. They're not kind of thing you'd expect to leak. Reading through those reports has always been a hobby of mine ever since I was little. It's excellent mental exercise. I've solved more than a few of those cases just by reviewing the reports. And among all of those reports, one of my recent favorites is the 𝒂𝒐 case. As he talked, Byakuya grabbed a specific file from the shelf.
That's right.
This is a complete case file. Every single report surrounding the 𝒂𝒐 cases have been compiled here. Because there are so many, allow me to quickly summarize the main points. To begin, there are two notable characteristics in every 𝒂𝒐 murder. The first characteristic is that every crime scene, the word bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood. And the second is that the victims are murdered, their bodies are suspended in a certain way. Bloodlust is written in blood, and the victim's... Bloodlust is written in blood, and the victim's body is suspended. That's exactly the same as what happened to Chihiro. Save your surprise. The best part is yet to come. For the second characteristic where the victims are suspended, the only ones who knew about the particular fact were the members of the police and other higher-ups. By all accounts, nobody in the media ever found out. In other words, no one on the news, no one online, nobody knew that the aspect of each crime. Only key officials and the killer himself knew about this act of mounting the victim. Now, if you recall Chihiro's corpse, her body was most certainly mounted in this fashion. So how could the killer have known about suspending the victim?
That's right.
That's the key question. But in fact, the answer is quite simple.
So in other
The
words...
culprit isn't a copycat killer, it's the real Genocide Jack.
In other words...
That's right. That's right here in the evidence that Genocide Jack has hidden himself among the rest of us. The Genocide Jack really is such a brutal, fiendish killer that is walking around among us? Among us? Things are really starting to get interesting, aren't they? I never imagined a killer with such a reputation would ever become part of our little game. Now, you don't think it would be good for you to take a look at what I've already seen. You might just manage to ferret out a clue or two.
Such ignorance.
If you get down on your knees and beg, I might even show you myself. Okay.
That's fine.
Okay, let me see the case file. Byakuya handed me the case file, and I flipped through it with tense, nervous fingers. Suddenly, my hand stopped. I reached a page with the photos of the scene of each crime that had been collected. Oh, Lord. Named Genocide Jack. Of Genocide Jack's victims ran several pages. 𝒑𝒊𝒏𝒅. I'm not gonna even try to pronounce all of these. You can see them. There was no end to it. But one thing that perfectly clear as I read, all the killer's countless victims were killed suspended in exactly the same way. And the scene of each murder, the word bloodlust was left in the victim's own blood. And take a look at the next page, you'll find another interesting tidbit. The next page. Profiling results. All the crimes took place either on weekdays at night, or during holidays, either day or night. Most common time for the killings to take place was on holidays in the afternoon. Based on these facts, it could suggest that the suspect may be a student. Evidence suggests that the suspect lingered at the scene, but when they did leave, they were in a panic. Because any eyewitnesses that has never come forward, it's unlikely there was an external reason for it. This confused behavior suggests that the suspect may potentially suffer from dissociative identity disorder. Oh!
So in other
Interesting. The key point here is that the culprit may well have split personality. Split personality, like the kind of thing you see on TV. Some part of a totally unbelievable story, but this one maybe is more unbelievable than anything else up until now. Or maybe it really isn't. I don't know. I feel like my mind has gone numb. Wish I could look at that again.
Let's go.
It looked like they used scissors specifically. Where are we going? Anywhere but here. We finished our business in here, haven't we? But Byakuya! As usual, Byakuya turned and left without another word. I hurried out of the library to catch up. Well, this is where we part ways. I have some things I need to take care of before the class trial. Just all of a sudden like this?
I don't have time.
Come on, enough of your annoying misapprehensions. Did you really think we'd be together this whole time? Maybe. Take responsibility for yourself and do something useful. Move the investigation forward on your own.
Goodbye.
Well, goodbye. Just like that, he was gone. As quickly as he asked me to join him, he cut me off. In the end, it felt like I was just some plaything getting tossed around. At the same time, I'd uncovered some really important clues thanks to him. Genocide Jack. He's the one that killed Chihiro. And that murderous fiend is one of us. Who is it? I have to find a way out, no matter what it takes. To do that, there's somewhere I have to go investigate one more time. I have to go back to the crime scene, the girls' locker room, and I should check the boys' locker room too. And the others might have come up with some info I might find useful while I'm at it. I need to find everything out as soon as I can. Ew, why is the carpet so dirty? Strange stain on the carpet. What is it? Yeah, what is it? Tell me. This poster, it's a popular boy band called Tornado. Somehow it doesn't quite seem to fit the boys' locker room. Hey Kyoko, have you made any progress on the investigation? Generally speaking.
However,
But I have to get going. I have something unrelated to take care of. Something besides the investigation? What is it?
Well,
Nothing you need to worry about. Just concentrate on the murder. But
so then.
before I go, let me give you one piece of advice. You should examine Chihiro's body one more time thoroughly. Also, her handbook is missing. You might want to determine its whereabouts.
Goodbye.
That's all. I'll be praying for your success. With that, Kyoko turned and left the girls' locker room. I guess I'll take another look at the body then. Chihiro's handbook is missing? It's definitely worth worrying about. Kyoko said I should examine the body one more time. I know she said thoroughly, but I do have my limits. I'd rather give it a shot anyway. Let's see. Bound in what looks like some kind of rope. The rope seems to be propped up like a crucifix position. Huh? The rope has a plug. So then this isn't a rope at all. The more I think about it, the more that's not the only thing that concerns me. Chihiro's fatal injury was a blow to the head, which means something struck her in the head in order to kill her. That's right. There's an issue with her being suspended in the fatal blow. At first I didn't see any reason to think too much about either of them. But seeing them again after looking through the 𝒑𝒍𝒂𝒄𝒆𝒔 file, something's not quite right. Yeah, like they're suspended with scissors, right? And killed with scissors. So these scissors are important. And she's not been killed with scissors. The true nature of the rope that was used to suspend Chihiro. We need to figure out there's a certain place I need to revisit to look over it again. Plus it might help to look at the 𝒑𝒍𝒂𝒄𝒆𝒔 case file one more time. It's a blessing poster. The big breasted swimsuit model is pretty noticeable too. The girls' locker room doesn't seem like a kind of place you'd find this. That reminds me, this poster in the other locker room. That's right, there's definitely something strange about this. The boys' locker room, there's a poster of a popular boy band. In the girls' locker room, there's a poster of a big-breasted swimsuit model. Could the posters have been switched? If they were, why? What reason could anyone have? Maybe I should talk to someone who knows a little more about the locker rooms. You spend a lot of time exercising in the girls' locker room, right, Sakura? I've used it nearly every day since it opened up. Sometimes Hina and I use it together. Okay, then let me ask you something. Do you think the posters in the boys' and girls' locker rooms could have been switched?
I'm sorry.
Sorry, I can't really say. I never really paid any attention to the posters. I see.
However,
There is something that's been bothering me about the locker room. You see, I like to drink a little protein coffee every time I finish exercising. You have protein coffee? In the warehouse. It's not highest quality, but don't have to have a lot of options. I mix protein powder with coffee and down a glass of it after exercising. Anyway, the other day I spilled some on the carpet in the girls' locker room and it left a stain. A stain? But I don't see it in the stain on the carpet now.
of course.
Exactly, I noticed it earlier. The stain has disappeared. I can only assume someone came along and cleaned it up. But still, isn't it unusually clean, as if it was never a stain here to begin with? Oh, it's in the boys' locker room. So they switched... Huh? So they switched this and this. So the murder probably happened in the boys' locker room. But why was Chihiro in the boys' locker room? It's gone! Someone take it out of the archive, but the only one who could have done something like that. I can't think of anyone but Byakuya. Oh my god. Celeste, what are you doing here? This warehouse is amazing. It has absolutely everything one might need to live a full life. From food to clothes to towels, there's endless supply to choose from. I see that, but have you found anything related to the case?
Most
I
unfortunate.
knew you were going to ask me that. I thought talking about the warehouse itself might distract you, but I see that it was pointless. Then did you find something? Very well, I will tell you, and only you.
Actually,
Last night, I saw her here. Chihiro was in the warehouse. What? Really?
indeed.
This was right before nighttime.
What are you doing out this late?
Oh, I was just...
Are you planning to go exercise, perhaps?
What? How did you know?
Because I can see a blue track jacket sticking out of that duffel bag you're carrying.
Oh, you're right. Thanks. Well, I'd better get going. I'm kind of in a hurry.
Oh. She stuffed the jacket into her bag in a hurry. It was almost like she was trying to hide it. And just like that, she was gone.
Yes,
I
indeed.
assumed she was merely stocking up to go exercise in the morning, but it would appear she ignored the nighttime rule and headed directly to the girls' locker room. She hadn't broken our rule. None of this would ever have happened. You get what you deserve, I suppose. So apparently, she went to the girls' locker room late at night in order to exercise without anyone knowing. But the strange thing is, there was no trace of the jacket or duffel bag Celeste said she saw Chihiro carrying, which means the killer would have gotten rid of it somehow. Okay, so we need to find that duffel bag. I should have spent more time with her. Come to think of it, who did spend time with?
Well,
Yeah, she was a little bit strange. Didn't really hang out with other girls much. It was like she was trying to keep her distance from us. Actually, Sakura said something similar. She said that even though you and her invited Chihiro to exercise... Oh, she said that even though you and Chihiro... She said that even though you and her invited Chihiro to exercise with you, she always refused.
yeah, totally.
Yep, it's true, and it wasn't just us either. It was like she stayed away from all the girls. Was she just shy? I don't know, she talked to the boys all the time. Isn't it kind of weird to be shy around your own sex, but totally fine with the opposite sex? Oh wait, maybe she was used to the guy spoiling her. The law says you can't judge a book by its cover, right? I think so? I never saw her as that kind of girl. Me neither. Is it already time?
I'm getting tired of waiting. Shall we just plunge right in? It's the moment you've all been waiting for! The class trial! You remember where to meet, right? Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school.
Alright. Begin the class trial, or it's about to begin. Alright guys, we're gonna leave it there. In the next episode, we'll actually do the class trial. Let me know down in the comments, like some clues or things you think that might help, or I don't know. We'll see who it is in the next one, I guess, or we won't, and we'll all die. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, consider leaving a like, maybe subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one, alright?